So in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can achieve absolutely anything that you want in your life by simply lying to yourself. And the reason I'm making this video is because the last couple of months, my life has gotten so much better. It's absolutely crazy. My income has been going up and up and up, working in less hours, been getting complete freedom in my early 20s. I make currently thousands of dollars per day at 23 years old right now, while traveling right now. I'm in Brazil, been traveling all over the world last couple of months. And I literally have the exact life that I used to dream of when I was like 17, 18, 19 and had my upcoming and living with my parents and like trying to make it, you know? So I'm gonna sit down in this raw, unedited video for those of you guys who can actually focus, you don't have a TikTok brain, you can actually lock in and like stay with me here and get some real value from this video and share with you what actually changed everything for me. Not some like tactical, like, yeah, this business model, I'm trying to sell you on some course and all that stuff. It's like some real mindset stuff that actually is going to make you successful. Because if you have the goal of making it, if you have a goal since a young age, a deep desire to make it big, there is that version inside of you that has already achieved that, okay? So keep that in mind. Do not let anyone, friends, family, like anyone around you kill that dream. That's the most important thing before I get into the actual value in this video. Do not let anyone tell you that you're not able to achieve that. Do not let average people kill your above average dream. Someone who makes 50K per year, do not let that person kill your $1 million dream, okay? I want to start off with saying that because that's so important for you to understand. I'm rooting for your success and you need to just have that strong belief in yourself. That's been key on my journey. I've always had people around me that didn't believe in what I was doing, but I stuck to my own vision and that's why I saw success. With that being said, what is the thing I'm trying to share with you in this video? What is lying to yourself and how is that gonna get you success, okay? First thing you need to understand is you can only have externally, you can only have in your reality what's already yours internally. Okay, I'm gonna say that again because you probably didn't get it. You can only have in your reality, you can only have the life externally, the car that you want, the apartment that you want, the girl that you wanna be with, you know, the lifestyle that you want. You can only have that externally if it's already yours internally. You need to already be the person internally for that to become your reality. If we know this to be true, the reason why 99% of young guys, despite them saying that they want to achieve 10K, 20K, 30K a month, they never get there. Most people stay stuck and end up in 9 to 5s, and why you haven't hit your goal yet of making the money you're making and haven't achieved a dream life. The only reason for that is because you haven't fully stepped into the new version of yourself yet. If you notice that you're working hard, you're grinding your ass off, you're struggling to like hit these big financial goals, you're working really, really hard, but you cannot seem to hit the goals that you have. Simple reason is because you haven't done the internal work. You're moving from this perspective of you're chasing this goal. You're chasing 10K a month. And I used to do the exact same thing myself. I started different businesses back in the day. I was running an agency, doing dropshipping, doing trading, and I couldn't hit 10K a month in anything that I was doing. I just couldn't. I was working long hours, like 8, 12, even like 14 hours per day sometimes, like doing cold showers, training twice a day, like doing all this shit you're supposed to do, But I was broke and I was stuck. I lived with my parents and I was like, why is nothing working out? And then stuff clicked for me. Like now I don't work that long. I work like 4 to maximum like 6 hours per day typically. And I make so much more I can even dream of back then, on a daily basis. And it's simply because I learned it's not about how hard you work. And it's really not even about working hard, because when you work hard, you're just like telling yourself that you have to put in all this effort to achieve a goal. It's about how you view the world and how you view yourself and who you are as a person, like how you make decisions. The only reason why you haven't achieved the success and like the making it that you are capable of doing is because you're moving from the broke version of yourself. You're looking at the world, you're making decisions and you're approaching business and overall you're just like moving exactly like the old version of you. And that is why you haven't seen success. The only thing that you need to do is ask yourself, what would the version of yourself that's already successful do right now? And then you lie to yourself. You tell yourself that you're already successful and you move like them. Simple as that. If you do this for long enough, you will make it. This is when stuff changed for me. I stopped moving like the broke old version of me. Because I used to be doing stuff like this. I would be trying to get rich, trying to make 10K a month, but I would also be very careful with spending money, for example. Very scarce minded, I wouldn't be able to invest in myself. I would always be like thinking about things, pushing stuff off, I'll be very like just overall very like super locked in, like chasing these goals, having these crazy habits, like biohacking routines, etc. All of this stuff was simply just confirming my current reality. I was confirming that I was basically just telling myself, in order for me to make it, I need to be super locked in because it's very difficult to make it. That was my belief, you know? I thought that, okay, I need to have all these different routines and cold showers and meditation. Like if I don't have these things in place, I cannot even work. Again, confirming my current reality. All these different things, and also making slow decisions, being scarce with your money. Like that's all stuff that the broke version of me would do. When I realized this and I asked myself, okay, what would the version of me that's actually successful, that's making 10, 20, 30K a month, traveling the world, how would they be moving? It was very clear. I got clear on, okay, what does the version of me even look like? How do they move? How do they make decisions? How do they move, you know? They spend money freely. They have an abundant mindset because they know they can make that money back. Because of that, they don't hold on to every single dollar they make. They invest in themselves because they know that skills are the way they will make more money, okay? They're just like way more free, you know? They're not like super locked in all the time, and they don't think that they need to have like all their habits died in order to perform. They realize that they just show up, they do the daily actions, the daily non-negotiables that will move them forward towards a goal. But they don't have this massive attachment towards having perfect habits and biohacking routines, etc. They know that if you just show up and do the work, they get results. It's so simple. You just ask yourself, like, what would the version of me that's already successful? How do they move? You probably already know the answer to this. The version of you that's driving the car that you want, that's living in the apartment that you want, that's having the lifestyle that you want. How do they make decisions? How do they speak? Get clear on that. Ask yourself that question right now. And then you simply align yourself with the reality. You move like them. So you lie to yourself that you're already that version. You spend money like them. You invest your money like them. You make decisions exactly like them. Exactly, even when it's uncomfortable. And this is the big thing here that you need to take away from this video. When you do this, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Stepping in to the new version of yourself means killing the old one. And that is going to come with negative emotions. But you cannot act on those. You need to learn to step into the new version of yourself, making decisions like them, even when that feels scary. Because those feelings of being scared or nervous or uncertain, that is exactly what you need to go through to get to your goal. Like I can't tell you how many times I've been uncertain, scared, nervous when investing in myself and making quick decisions or betting on myself and moving like a new version of me. Like I left my hometown in Sweden when I was 19 years old, moved halfway across the world to Medellin, Colombia, purely to pursue my goals. That was a very big uncertain decision for me and risky, etc. But I just did it because I believed in the vision. And I trusted my ability to figure stuff out, even though I was scared, even though I was uncertain about doing it, you know? This is how you move forward, be able to step in and move and speak like the new version of yourself. And doing that without feeling comfortable, learning to get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you do this, like success becomes inevitable. And when you live in that place of being uncertain, being a bit scared, and just like moving like the new version of yourself will be moving, even though you're not seeing any proof in your reality yet, stuff starts to align. You meet up with the right people. Business opportunities come to you. Money starts flowing to you. And success comes naturally to you because you're moving from the version, the frequency, who's already made it. And they attract into their lives. This is how everything clicked for me. When I started doing this, I went from 0 to making my first 10K in 3 months. Because I was already diverse internally. I already convinced myself, I already lied to myself that I had already made it. I already made 10K a month. It was already mine internally, and that's why it happened quickly in reality. The only reason why it hasn't happened in reality yet because you haven't convinced yourself that you are the person that's making that type of money. You haven't aligned your actions and who you are to that yet. Hopefully this makes sense. If you want my help to get into the business model that I do and get coached by me one-on-one to actually learn high-ticket sales, which in my opinion is by far the fastest path to get your first 10K a month as a beginner. We have a bunch of guys do this. If you want my help, you can apply down below, book a call, see if you're a good fit for my coaching. If you have any questions, always feel free to DM me on Instagram. My DMs are open for advice. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Step into that new version of yourself. Actually take action on this stuff. It's going to change your life. I'll see you soon. Ciao.